Very quickly about myself, my name is Bannatyne. I obviously work for Earthwatch. I recently joined them in March. Spent 40 years in South Africa working in the water sector, and recently as an academic looking at suspended sediment in very large river basins. And now I'm the Freshwater Research Manager at Freshwater Watch. Next slide, please. So at Earthwatch Europe, our aim is to connect communities with their environments and to basically help them to collect data for change. Next, please. Citizen science is absolutely at the heart of everything we do at Earthwatch. What we intend to do is connect people from all walks of life with nature and to contribute to scientific research to produce data that they can use for change in their communities. Next, please. We have 3 impact areas at Earthwatch. I'm obviously most interested, as you are as well, in freshwater at this point. Next, please. And then to focus on Freshwater Watch, which is our method of testing for water quality. It's a global citizen science project. It's robust, it's repeatable, it's fairly low cost. We use Kiratsu testing method, which has pre-packaged chemicals in little tubes. We provide this to the citizen scientists with all that they need to test nitrates, phosphates. They use a Secchi tube to look at turbidity and then make observations on things like algae presence or absence, visible sources of pollution, weather, surrounding land use, etc. We combine these observations and measurements, and we show good, moderate, or poor water quality status. They use, again, the Survey 123 on their phones, or they can upload on their laptops from paper surveys to guide them through the protocol, and then their data appears on real time on our platform. Next slide, please. And there you can see data that's been collected by a group. We aren't seeing the slides online. I see there's a message that says we're not seeing the slides online from an outside participant. This is data from a community group just north of Oxford that we have been dealing with, helping for a long time. They've been collecting data since 2015, and those results have been combined here in a sort of traffic light system to show low, moderate, and high nutrient pollution, good, moderate, and poor ecological status. And our threshold levels are aligned with the Water Framework Directive as far as that's concerned for nitrates and phosphates. Next slide, please. So these are the nitrate and phosphate data displayed on our platform in the same way, and these data can be downloaded. Other organisations use APIs to fetch them, but the nitrates and the phosphates allow us to have some insight into what the potential causes of those nutrient concentrations are. Next, please. So then moving from the community level to the national level, on the left you can see the results from our June this year, our Great WaterBlitz, and the report that we produced from that. Sadly, only 3 points from Northern Ireland, but we've improved in our September WaterBlitz, and you can just visually see the trend in water quality from north to south in the UK. Next, please. So we set up sort of league tables: country, river basin, district, catchment, and county, to show what the acceptable and unacceptable water quality according to those Water Framework Directive thresholds was. We've got 50 points in Northern Ireland for September. Next, please. So this shows that we've had an increasing interest from June to September, that people have become more involved, that Northern Ireland data are now included, and we're holding the WaterBlitz again in April, and we're aiming for over 5,000 data points. Next, please. And the reason that we're optimistic is because most people said they'd like to do it again, and that it was an easy thing to do, to undertake that testing using the Kiratsu kits. But the thing that we're very excited about is that almost half the people who took part in the survey, it was their first involvement in something like this. So we really are bringing people into contact with their freshwater resources and involving them and concerning them with that. most people obviously wanted to help the environment because of their interest in their local water body, and to bring new, to bring the next generation into that as well. Next, please. We use the citizen science data to effect change using these 5 policy areas. So we focus those data not only back to communities and for public information, but also up, if you like, to policymakers and decision makers. Next. We received extremely good media coverage for our June report. We were very pleased that it was taken up by most national newspapers and some local ones, and we had quite a bit of TV coverage and so forth. So citizen science data is really empowering not only the citizen scientists, not only involving them with their environment, but also carrying the messages that we need policymakers, politicians and governments to hear about the state of our water resources. Next, please. To move to still water, which I haven't really focused on very much, this is an intentional slide, if you like. You can see that we received quite few, relatively few data points from lakes and ponds. But the slide on the left, which is from a paper written by Earthwatch researchers based on a collaborative project with citizen scientists, says what you all already know, is that ponds and lakes are incredibly important refugia for aquatic environment, for aquatic ecology, for the wildlife that depends on them, and that most of them do have a low nutrient status and need for that reason to be protected because of their importance in the environment. So that's the direction that we're heading in at Earthwatch, is to try and bring in more data from still water sources to complement the data from the rivers and streams that we have. Next, please. Thank you very much for this opportunity.